I'm ready to go. Y'all ready? Good. Y'all ready? All right. You okay? Oh, you good? Welcome, Smithfield Town Council meeting, February the 3rd, 2026, and it's 6:30. At this time, I'd ask Jeff Brooks to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. At this time, we have a closed session, and this closed session is for the discussion of acquisition and deposition of real property, more specifically the Grange at 10 Main pursuant to 2.2-3711A3 and A5 of the Code of Virginia. Do I have a motion to go into closed session?
Mr. Mayor, I move that we go into closed session for the discussion of acquisition and disposition of real property, more specifically the Grange at 10 Main pursuant to 2.2-3711A3 and A5 of the Code of Virginia.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Second. We have a second.
Who is the second?
Call for the question, please.
Councilwoman Butler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Beebermeyer?
Yes.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Cutler?
Yes.
Councilman Bowman?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harris?
Yes.
Mayor Smith?
Yes. I'd like to make a motion, well, I'd like for someone to make a motion to come out of closed session and back into open session, and the only thing discussed was the acquisition and disposition of real property, more specifically the Grange at 10 Main pursuant to 2.2-3711, A3 and A5 of the Code of Virginia.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion that we return into open session, and furthermore, that we certify that only those items that were discussed in closed session were the discussion of acquisition and disposition of real property, more specifically the Grange at 10 Main pursuant to 2.2-3711, A3 and A5 of the Code of Virginia.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Call for the question.
Councilwoman Butler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Beavermeyer?
Yes.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Cutler?
Yes.
Councilman Bowman?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harris?
Yes.
Mayor Smith?
Aye. At this time, the town manager's activity reports.
Yes, sir. Included in your packet was the activity report for the previous month as well as the committee summary reports. And we'd be happy to answer any questions you may have with those.
Any questions for Michael? Hearing none, do we have anyone that signed up for public comments?
No, sir.
If anyone would like to speak, please come forward. If not, we have council comments. Any council member needs to speak tonight?
Oh, very briefly, Mr. Mayor, if I could.
Yes.
Once again, I'd like to take the opportunity to commend and compliment our town staff for the fine work that they did during the inclement weather. Considering the amount of staff and everything that we have, I think they did a wonderful job and worked long hours in cold temperatures, and we're very, very fortunate to have them, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
We are. I agree fully. Yep. At this time, we go to the action items. Have a public hearing for a special use permit, corner of Ben's Church Boulevard and Vincent's Crossing. Tammy?
Yes, thank you. Good evening. The applicant is seeking 3 special use permits. This will be one for a normal drive-through with a pickup window. The second SUP is going to be for a drive-through as well. However, the third SUP is for a reduction in the stacking spaces, as it will only be a pickup window. It will not have an ordering platform. This will facilitate the construction of the 2,100 square foot restaurant. This will feature the drive-through. There will be a second building with a 2,400 square foot restaurant with the pickup window, 5,500 approximately square foot retail, and then 1,400 square foot restaurant. This was favorably recommended to Town Council by the Planning Commission. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Clary. At this time, I'd like to open the public hearing. Anyone like to speak on this matter? Please come forward. Yes, please. Since you're here, I would like for you to come up.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wasn't sure if it was for everyone else. My name is Reed Cooksey with Stonefield Engineering and Design, representing the applicant tonight. My address is 555 South Old Woodward, Suite 12L, Birmingham, Michigan. As Tammy put it, what we're seeking tonight is special use permits for 2 drive-through uses as well as a stacking waiver for the pickup window. To add a little additional color, the one standalone drive-through, that's your typical drive-through restaurant with menu board, and then why we need the stacking reduction is because the pickup window is for a fast casual user. You don't order in your car, it's mobile ordering, you have a designated pickup time, and it's really just to clear up some parking spaces so you don't have to park, walk in, grab your food and leave. So 5 parking spaces, or stacking spaces, sorry, is more than enough than what we need here. We're really excited about continuing the development in this area on Vincent's Crossing, and we're really excited about being in the town of Smithfield. Happy to answer any questions you guys may have.
Anyone have any questions? We appreciate you coming forward. Thank you.
Absolutely, Mayor. Thank you.
I'd like to entertain a motion.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bonnie.
My name's Bobby Jones, 18169 Morgan Beach Road, Smithfield, Virginia, and I'm here on behalf of one of the principals of B&B Properties, and we're asking for your support.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion at this time.
Need to officially close the public hearing.
Okay, sorry. We'll close the public hearing. Do we have a motion to approve?
Just a question, do we have to, Tammy, on Michael, anybody, on these SUPs, do we have to vote on them individually, or do we vote on in block?
I think the preference would be individually, if you don't mind, just to be clear.
Okay.
Well, we've got two of them, right? Three?
If you notice at the end of the staff report, it lists,
Yeah,
1, 2, and
yeah.
3,
Can you hand
what
me,
day.
Mr. Mayor, I'm
Drive-through.
gonna make the motion, but my computer is down, so I can't read the motion, so Michael's gonna let me use that.
For the first SUP?
At the bottom, it just lists what they're for.
Yes, sir, I'd like to make a motion that we approve SUP number 1, drive-through, which is on lot 2.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the SUP drive-through Lot 2. Mr. Bowman, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Cutler. Any other further discussion? Hearing none, call for the question.
Councilman Bowman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Butler, Yes. Councilman Cutler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Beavermeyer,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Smith.
This time, we also need a motion for the SUP number 2, drive-through pickup window Lot 1. Do we have a motion concerning that?
I make a motion to approve SUP number 2, drive-through pickup window, lot 1.
We have a motion.
I
from
second
Mr.
that
Cutler.
motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Harris. Any other further discussion? Hearing none, call for the question.
Councilman Bowman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Butler,
Yes.
Councilman Cutler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Beavermeyer,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Smith.
At this time, we have SUP number 3, reduced stacking spaces, 5 instead of 10 on Lot 1. Do we have a motion to approve or disapprove?
Mayor, I make a motion to approve SUP number 3, reduce stacking spaces, 5 instead of 10 on lot 1 as presented.
We have a motion by Mr. Brooks. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Ms. Beavermeyer. Any other further discussion? Hearing none, call for the question.
Councilman Bowman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Butler,
Yes.
Councilman Cutler,
Yes.
Councilwoman Beavermeyer,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Smith.
Aye. At this time, we'll move to action item B. There's a motion to approve the town council minutes from January 6th and January 15th, 2026. I've read these minutes. I don't like really doing that sometimes, but anyway, I didn't see anything that was out of the order and what we had talked about, so I need a motion to have those approved.
Just to inquire, Mr. McKenzie, you had a chance to review the minutes? Did you find anything irregular or
I
anything?
reviewed them with the packet, and I didn't see any errors.
Thank you. I make a motion that we approve the minutes for both meetings as presented.
We have a motion by Mr. Bowman. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Cutler. Any other further discussion? Hearing none, call for the question.
Vice Mayor Harris,
Yes.
Councilman Cutler,
Yes.
Councilman Bowman,
Yes.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Beavermeyer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Butler,
Yes.
Mayor Smith.
Action item C is a recommendation for nominating committee for the Smithfield Planning Commission, Mr. Bowman and Mr. Harris.
Mr. Mayor, as all of you know, as a result of the end-of-term situation, we had 2 vacated seats on the Planning Commission. Mr. Bowman and I were appointed to conduct interviews, do research, and come to you with the nomination. We are happy to tell you that Charles Bryant, whose term expired, has agreed to take one of the vacant seats, return to his job. And after deliberations, we are nominating to you for consideration Mr. Randy Carr to take the next open seat. Mr. Carr has a tremendous background in municipal government, has had lots of exposure to permitting and all of the things that he will see on a regular basis at our planning commission. I believe Mr. Bowman would second the fact that we came away very impressed with his enthusiasm and his willingness to commit to public service on behalf of the citizens of Smithfield. So I would like to move at this time that council approves the appointment of Randy Carr to our Planning Commission.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a second to that motion. I'd like to also echo exactly what the Vice Mayor had to say. We conducted in-depth interviews, asked a lot of tough questions. A lot of times we have to seek out folks that qualified and really want to do these jobs, and we were very, very fortunate to have two folks that either one would have made excellent members, but at the same time, based on the knowledge, skills, and ability set at the present time, is the rationale behind my second to the motion.
And we have a motion by Mr. Harris, and we have a second for the recommendation of the nominee committee for the appointment of Randy Carr and Charles Bryan. Any other further discussion? Any other recommendations? Hearing none, call for the question.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilwoman Butler? Yes. Councilwoman Biebermeyer?
Yes.
Councilman Cutler?
Yes.
Councilman Bowman?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harris?
Yes.
Mayor Smith?
New business A, we have a resolution for the appropriation of Department of Criminal Justice Service Grant. Mr. Stallings?
Yes, sir. The police department has been awarded a $100,000 grant from the Department of Criminal Justice Services. It's part of their Operation Ceasefire Forensics and an analytical technology program. Requires no match from the town. The grant is to be used for investigative equipment. So in your package, there is a resolution that would appropriate those funds into our operating budget, as well as a copy of the grant award and a list of items being considered for purchase. I recommend that you adopt the enclosed motion so we can appropriate those funds into the budget. And if you have any questions about the grant itself, either Woolley or Deputy Chief would be able to answer those for you. But that's what we have for you this evening.
Okay, we need a motion to adopt a resolution for the appropriation of the Department of Criminal Justice Systems grant. Do we have a motion?
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we adopt the resolution appropriating the sum of $100,000 from the Department of Criminal Justice Services to the 2025-26 General Fund operating budget.
We have a motion by Mr. Cutler. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Harris. Any other further discussion? Hearing none, call for the question.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Bowman?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harris?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biebermeyer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Butler?
Yes.
Councilman Cutler?
Yes.
Mayor Smith?
New business B, we have a motion to approve the subdivision agreement for Mallory Point Phase A, Section 3. Ms. Clary?
Yes, thank you. This is our standard subdivision agreement. They are getting ready to begin Section 3 of Phase A. This will tie to the bonding for the infrastructure, so we can make sure that we have adequate funding in place just to secure the infrastructure that the town will then accept. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Clary. Do we have a motion to approve this subdivision agreement?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
We have a motion by Mr. Bowman to approve the subdivision agreement for Mallory Point Phase A in Section 3. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Harris. Any other further discussion? Hearing none, call for the question.
Councilwoman Biebermeyer?
Yes.
Councilman Cutler?
Yes.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilwoman Butler?
Yes.
Councilman Bowman?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harris?
Yes.
Mayor Smith?
This time, does anybody have any old business to come forward to council?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to offer a few comments, if I may.
Certainly.
I'm going to keep you all for a couple minutes, so hang in there with me. We just completed a pretty busy year which featured a significant amount of decision-making and work. Items that dealt with development and items that dealt with individual homeowners, commercial interests. And we did excellent due diligence and came up with good decisions on the most part, I would think. But almost every one of those issues that came to us came from an outside entity. There was very little action taken by town council that were items presented by town council and made as important, something to do and something to accomplish. In our first or second meeting, Councilman Cutler said, you know what we really need? We need a to-do list. And we need boxes to check off. And we need timelines. And we need to hold our own feet to the fire and accomplish things on behalf of the citizens. And as we often do, we went around the table and we all made a comment, most of them positive, and we were going to get back to that later. I suggest that it is time for us to get back to doing a better job of that. During campaign time in 2024, one of the words that I beat to death, one of the ideas I guess I beat to death, and many of these other candidates did as well, was to bring about a council that is more proactive than reactive. And the only way for us to be proactive is to establish our goals, a legislative agenda, if you will, and then proceed to do what is necessary to address those, accomplish them or not. We don't have to go very far to look at things our citizens have raised questions about over and over again over the years. If I were to set an agenda tonight, I wouldn't have to look very far. As far back as the comprehensive plan, newspaper articles, and everybody sitting at this table, we know that citizens are concerned about parking issues downtown. A couple times this council has actually said, well, maybe we ought to do something about downtown parking. We haven't. I'm suggesting that it's time. We need to make a committed effort to examine the prospect of increased parking downtown, to direct our town manager and our wonderful staff who provides us the information that we need to make good decisions. 1-story, 2-story, where, when, is something that we need to look at if for no other reason the citizens have asked us to do that. And just as we know about any project that comes before us and we push off and push off, every day we wait to do something, a project becomes more expensive. We hear time after time, almost daily in fact, citizens raising questions about what can we do about traffic? You know, the traffic in town. Too many people. Folks, we know it's coming. It is time for us to direct ourselves to look at what's going on in the traffic patterns and issues inside town limits. Our police department does an exceptional job maintaining safety, patrolling the streets, investigating and getting things done. But none of us can deny more traffic is coming, and we need to be ahead of it if we are going to make any changes. For me, I wouldn't mind seeing the speed limit in Smithfield drop 25 miles an hour, everywhere inside the bypass. I know there are restrictions, but remember how excited we were, and we talked about it for a day, and we went back to it once. The governor has empowered us to change speed limits within our own municipality, with restrictions and certain conditions. But we won't know answers to those questions unless we ask those questions. It would certainly slow things down. The National Transportation Safety Board and police departments everywhere say the number one mitigator for traffic injuries is speed. There's no reason for us not to at least look at that. Okay. That would also, in my mind, bring us to another issue that we've talked about and then we don't follow up, the staffing issues. I know that we will be considering the budget items coming up soon, but there's some things maybe we shouldn't wait on. I think it's time for us to provide the financial wherewithal, whatever the phrasing would be, to empower our police department to go out and hire 2 more officers now, as soon as they can do so. Again, they do a great job, but they're stretched thin. Let us give this group the manpower to do a better job on the behalf of our citizens sooner than later. I could go on, I know all of you could go on, but that's not really the point right now. These are ideas that I hope that we would consider. So after having done a little more study on my, whatever his name is, Robert's Rules of Order, I would like to place a motion before the town council that we place on the next agenda for our town committee meetings at the end of February an item that will provide us an opportunity to discuss our legislative agenda, our to-do list, with ideas from all the council so that we can become a proactive group that reacts to and does work to benefit the citizens that sent us here.
Can you repeat that motion?
Sure. I move that we place on the agenda for our February town council committee meetings an item that provides for the discussion of a town council legislative agenda, to-do list, follow-up list, all of those things relative to setting a plan in motion that makes us a more efficient and more responsive town council.
We have a motion from Mr. Harris. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second from Mrs. Beavermeyer. Any other further discussion?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, if I could.
Yes.
I totally agree with the motion in the second. I also think that during the course of doing that, we should task the town manager with giving us an update on those items that we are working on that may be behind the scenes and may not be in the public eye pursuant to what we're trying to achieve, specifically the industrial park in Pinewood Heights, and other matters that other members of council can provide to the agenda at that time. No disrespect, I agree 100%, but there are some things that are moving along that are not moving as fast, quite honestly, as I would like to have seen them move, but you know, sometimes that just doesn't work that way. But also to give us an update on what is moving along and what we are accomplishing at the same time.
I have a question, Mayor Smith.
Yes.
We had a retreat some time ago, once we got the newly elected officer, council members, and we came up with a strategy of things that we wanted to accomplish. How does that fit into what you'd like to see, Mayor Harris? Because I feel that the purpose of doing that strategy is we've come up with a list of things that we like to accomplish, but I think on an annual basis, we need to have a checklist to find out where we are. So are we going to follow that, or are we just going to come up with a new to-do list?
That was going to be my suggestion, is between now and that, if everybody would review the strategic plan work that was done, and I believe you'll find most of that's probably in there. And that's really probably the document we should use as the basis for this discussion. And we should be reviewing that. I believe our policies and procedures manuals will call for at least every 2 years, so that we can, you know, make sure that that stays fresh. But that's, I would recommend everybody take a look at that and use that as the basis for the discussion.
Well, it gives us the opportunity to measure ourselves to see what we've accomplished, and also to possibly add any additional items to the list that we need to add.
That's right. Well, I mean, just the little things that we are doing to Ms. Butler's point is, you know, it doesn't get a whole lot of traction, but for example, what the treasurer's doing, what as far as collecting back taxes, as far as,
Yeah.
I mean, we are doing some things. They aren't the ones that get the attention all the time that we would like to see as far as accomplishments are concerned. But, and again, not that those things that they're up there on the list, sure. But I still think that we have been doing some things that maybe were behind the scenes, but still nonetheless important as well. But back to your public safety, as chair of the Public Safety Committee, I certainly endorse your position as far as the public safety aspect's concerned. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Any other further discussion?
Mr. Mayor, just one
Yes.
quick one. Certainly meant no disregard for any previous council or our council. We're doing lots and lots of things.
And none taken that way.
No, my point is, as Darren said early in that first meeting. If we have, and what Valerie just said, if we have that list in front of us, and we have, as we had discussed earlier, set a timeline. You know, Mr. Town Manager, in 60 days, could you please give us information about what every other community is doing about lowering the speed limit, thing like that. And check boxes, we get so caught up in the daily that hits us every first Tuesday that we have a tendency to lose track of where we need to be in action. So no offense taken, but I meant no
Good
offense
point.
as well.
Excellent.
Any other further discussion? We have a motion, we have a second. Call for the question.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Cutler?
Yes.
Councilman Bowman?
Absolutely.
Councilwoman Beavermeyer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Butler?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harris?
Yes.
Mayor Smith?
Have any additional discussion tonight? Hearing none, meeting is adjourned.